Good morning, zookeepers, and welcome back to Mesa Zoo. Today I'm going to be making an enclosure for the grey seal, and it's the first time I've actually made an enclosure for them. And now, looking back at when I actually finished the enclosure, I feel like it may have suited a sea lion a lot better, but nevertheless, I still really enjoyed making this enclosure. My idea was I wanted to try and keep it in line with the tropical vibe of the Mesa that we already have. So all I did was I didn't use plants I used plants I liked for a change, because a lot of time I do usually just make these enclosures with plants that the creature that's going inside that enclosure really like. Anyway, so we can see right now in the background I'm slowly trying to get this underwater viewing area ready, and also like making this sort of like guest area where they can sit and view and enjoy a seal talk. And this is what I meant by it kind of probably look better for a sea lion enclosure, because you could do like, I know that's quite a common creature to do displays with, but nevertheless we're doing it for a seal. And I really did enjoy this sort of guest area. It kind of slightly reminded me of the one in Blackpool Zoo, and yeah, really loved it. Especially using all this fake rock, which I'll be using all the way around the enclosure. Anyways, on the actual like fencing itself at the front, I say fencing but glass panel, I absolutely love this Australian wood. Like every time I use something different, and there it is in the corner of my eye, this Australian wood, and I can't get enough of it. So this is what I'm going to be using to like outline the border and just add like a bit of extra character to it, so it's not just one big plane of glass. And yeah, I feel like it suits the area well and has like a nice vibe. Kind of goes in with the folks rock as well. As you can see, I'm just covering the sides so it's folks rock roll as well, and I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to be starting off with the house area. Now, another thing I used to love is like the little like doors that the sea lions could go in and out. So I wanted to add that to my build, and I feel like the Folks Rock had like a really cool door. Well, not a door, but it's like an archway that could be used as a door that fits in the rest of the Folks Rock wall that I'll be doing. But unfortunately, the sea lions don't use it. I mean, they don't need that kind of bedding area. They're quite happy with the platform. It's just that I'm leaving it in there anyways, because I do like the looks of it. I slightly decorate the inside of this building as well, which we'll see a little bit later on. But I don't actually end up finishing the entirety of the inside, because obviously we're not using too much of it. It's just more decorating what you can see from the outside in a sense. And I did go into a fair bit of detail at the beginning, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, they can't even get in here, so why am I doing this to myself? But eventually I might modify it in a way that they can use it after doing a bit of experimenting, and then go back to decorating the inside of the building even more. As you see right now, I'm just filling out some of the gaps where you can see brickwork on the enclosure side of the building. And yeah, I really do like the looks of it. Like it's nice. It's very like put together bit by bit. But yeah, we're going to be going for a concrete floor inside here. And now my slight idea of doing this indoor bit is having a few different pens. As you can see, I was in a bit of trouble with the terrain. Like at the back, it was just refusing to go down underneath anymore, no matter what I did. So in the end, I just sort of like, I bet there'd be piles of sand that'd like build up in this like indoor area where they've been sweeping, and the seals have probably brought it into the bedding area. And I just thought, yeah, I'll leave it in those corners. It's close to the wall. It's probably where I'd sweep it up before picking it up. So yeah. Anyways, I didn't bother making like a full-on cage, because I know they're not going to be able to climb over this. So I kept it pretty much like chest height for the keepers. The seals aren't going to get over it, and I quite enjoyed the look of it. Now, this little bit here wasn't meant to be the gate. Obviously, the gate bit was meant to be the gate, but when you look at it from a distance, that actually looks like that's the bit where the keeper gets into the enclosure, which I do like, especially with there being like the thicker bars. And then next bit, I did the shutters. So basically it slides up and down. I made it pretty basic, pretty simple, because I don't think it needed to be like over the top. I wanted bars because I do like that sort of look. I was going to do wooden doors at first, but then I was like, actually, I like the idea of having like bars that you can slide up and down. Now, Two of these you won't be able to see because obviously we don't have like a view into the building, and I haven't finished the rest of the indoor building yet till I finally make those kind of modifications. But I did shut one down so you can see it from the outside, so you do know that they are there. Eventually I go on to like also hide the rock to make it look like it's complete. Again, something you'll not ever see apart from in this video where I'm actually building it. And I did enjoy this look. It kind of gave it this sort of like rustic look, like they did the like the main brick of the building, and then everything else is just a fabrication that can be easily taken out and replaced with new ones. I put little hoses so each pen has its own water source for like cleaning it down. Realistically thinking, you probably only need one, but they spared no expense on this particular enclosure for our zookeepers. And then I already used this ready-made pier, so I really like the look of it. And I felt like it kind of went quite well with the amount of water there was, and there's plenty of like space for them to go on. Also put the water and also their food source on there, so then that they can go onto that bit and use it a fair bit more than they probably would. And it just looks interesting and kind of fits in with the rest of the enclosure. Now I'm just going to add plants that I liked. Originally I was going to do plants that they wanted, but then I just thought to myself, like, actually I kind of want this one to fit in more with that tropical kind of vibe. It's got a tropical beach, it's in a tropical like Mesa. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do what I really like the look of. Now I'm kind of torn, do I continue doing enclosures which fit with the environment they're in? Or do I do enclosures that the animals are particularly going to prefer more than what the actual environment the mess is built into? And as well, just go around adding like little bits of grasses so it has that kind of like sand dune feel, a few bushes. And you can see me adding these plants, which are definitely not underwater plants, but if you know, you know, especially if you play Jurassic World Evolution 2. And then I just carrying on adding on like loads of different water plants, like feel like it's very grown up, very overgrown. And it just adds for an interesting look when you're looking as the guest into this sort of water habitat. And then add a few different rocks here and there to make it look like, so it's not just completely sand. Something I do neglect a lot when making these enclosures is just adding rock, especially compared to when I'm playing Jurassic World Evolution 2. I add loads of rock to my enclosures, and I don't know why I don't do it in Planet Zoo, so I may as well make a start now. You know, now or never. And but yeah, I really did enjoy this enclosure, and watching these seals was great. They are absolutely adorable. I didn't see any of them swim though, they just pretty much stayed on the beach and the pier. But hey, oh, maybe there's still time to see them swim. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this build and it's giving you some inspiration with your builds. And thank you for watching. I'll let you enjoy this little flyby through the enclosures. Until next time, I'll see you later.